This is beIN Sport, the international sports channel.
Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to yet another live coverage of today's bronze medal match from the 2013 Team Handball Championships in Spain. Today, Slovenia will take on Croatia for the bronze medal. I'm Bogdan Passat, alongside Christian Zaharia and Mark Weber in the box. Christian, it's been a great tournament. It's coming to an end. We have a great bronze medal match ahead of us today. Of course, a huge final tomorrow. Well-deserving Spain and Denmark will battle for gold. What can we expect right now as we watch the national anthems of Croatia? What can we expect in today's matchup? How are these typical bronze medal matches? You've played in one in 1990 in Czechoslovakia. I'd be very interesting to know from the standpoint of the psychological preparation for a match like that. Both teams obviously come in as losers. You hate to use that word, but how do you prepare for a game like this? Because at stake, let's face it, there's still a bronze medal.
Yeah. Hello, everybody. It's I can tell you from my personal experience that we played against what was at that time a powerhouse called Yugoslavia, and they were really upset that they didn't qualify for the gold medal final, and they treated the game with 90% attention, not with 100%. Now, when we came in the game, it was 120% because we realized it's still a medal. It still goes in the history of being one of the top 3 countries in the world on that date. And seeing this game today and knowing all the details that they are, Slovenia, in my book, has a little bit advantage, but it's so minimal. It's not a decisive factor. I think either Croatia is gonna, show to everybody that it was just due to the fatigue and to the fact that they had some injuries in the game against Denmark. That's the reason that they're in this bronze medal final and they're not in the gold medal match. And but in the same time, you have to give it to Slovenia because they fought really good till the game against Spain. Dragan Gajic is back in their lineup, which is a big factor for them. This game is going to be very interesting. They have similar ways of playing handball. They're coming from the old Yugoslavia. And for Slovenia, it's going to be a huge result if they get this bronze medal.
As we're looking at the Croatian lineup, Mirko Alilovic, the goalie, watch for him. Duvnjak has emerged as a true leader of the Croats. Don't forget, Igor Vori is still very important. And Vukovic yesterday is out because yesterday he was, from what we hear, he was hurt, but also I think he played with high fever. That was my understanding.
No, that was Drobnik.
Yeah.
Anyway, we'll find out what's going on.
All right. Well, this should be, as you watch Croatia get ready, there will be in red, full red. So Duvnjak, of course, is the leader right now. You also taken for Croatia. Dolenek has also emerged as somewhat of a leader, especially in the scoring department for Slovenia. Now, what is there to watch for in this game? Of course, they both come in disappointed. Both really didn't have a clear chance to win it. I think you could tell from the start that both teams in their respective matches came in a little bit probably undermanned. I'm not going to say they were unmotivated because we do not know that. Now, I think this consolation match probably has more at stake for Slovenia, although I would beg to differ with that statement as well because they've never been here. As you watch Kupic yesterday and Igor Vori combined for exactly 0 goals. But I think Slovenia is just happy to be here. Croatia, on the other hand, let's see if Goluza can motivate his players to come in, like you say, and give 100% and not 90%. And we are off. Once again, Bogdan Passat, Christian Zaharia, Mark Weber in the booth for the stats. And Slovenia with the ball. What can we expect from both teams more of today? More wing play, more backward play?
In my opinion, the team that is going to be the most balanced, that's who's going to win this game. So I'm expecting that Kupic is going to be a factor. I'm expecting that Dolanek from Slovenia is going to be a factor. So everything counts right now.
Right. 6-0 defense from Slovenia. Marguc, who had a great game against Spain yesterday with a great score from the wing, and now Slovenia comes the other way. Dolanek. And a shot saved by Alilovic. Fast break opportunity. Kupic and Gori continue to struggle, and they could not combine. Cute attempt at a alley-whoop, but nothing there. Here comes Croatia, second wave counterattack. Kupic finally with a clean shot, and nothing there. He wanted most likely a foul, no call. Fast-paced game early on. Charge most likely, yes, and we have a turnover right now. Here comes Croatia. Fast-paced match here in Barcelona at the St. Jordi Palace, and this has been quite a game so far. Starting in goal for
Primo Prost.
Primo Prost obviously for Slovenia. The Prost-Skov tandem has been quite efficient. You do have two teams here who pride themselves in playing tough defense. Vijay with a yellow card. Let's see if Kupic can break that scoring drought, and he does. It lasted 60 plus 2, 62 minutes and 17 seconds.
But I've seen him having a back brace yesterday on the bench, so I think he was injured yesterday. Also, I have some information that Duvniak had high fever yesterday. That's the reason that he was not effective as he used us to be.
All right. Here goes 5-1, 6-1. What is it? 5-1 defense from Croatia. Why would I say 6-1? It was 6-0. Coach disagrees with me. All right. Back to the action here. Not sure what that was. Some kind of a pick. Bundalo. That's just a friendly reminder that this is a handball game.
And it's for the medal.
And it's for the medal, that's right. Gojun with a yellow card. 6-0, advanced 6-0 for Croatia. Slovenia moving the ball. They certainly look more alert than they looked yesterday. And in all honesty, Spain did not allow Slovenia a whole lot yesterday in terms of their defense. And of course, Slovenia also, without Gajic, they really struggled for scoring. And, you know, outside of Markuc from the wing and Dolanek early on. And here comes Croatia. Finally a score for Domagoj Duvniak. As we discuss, Duvniak has emerged in the absence of Ivano Balic as one of the centerpieces of the Croatian national team right now. And Zvijay, his brother, plays also. This was Miha, or the wing. The wing is Luka Miha Zvijay. You'll see him typically inside as the pivot on offense.
As you can see, they set up both of them, the defenses, on a 6-0 right now. Slovenia, based on the fact that Croatia has a penetration from Kupic side, they advance to the 9-meter line, and that's going to create a lot of problem in the passing process for Croatia.
All right, 23rd edition of the World Championships or Team Handball in Spain. First time Spain has ever hosted it. They are into the final match. They will take on Denmark. That's going to be a very, very challenging game. But today we've got the bronze medal that will be settled. It is two former Yugoslav countries, and the pride of the Balkans right now. Croatia and Slovenia. Nice jump shot. That's well defended by Slovenia. Both teams, nice tattoo there. Didn't know that refs are allowed to wear tattoos, but so be it.
Nice underhand shot from Bikanic that plays at Chambéry in France.
Here comes Slovenia. Dolenek, attempt for an inside pass. They're trying to work in the pivot a little more today. Croatia, of course, as Gaber comes in to replace, was it Zvijay who came out? Probably a little bit more size from Gaber. Two pivots now, as you see, for Slovenia.
One thing is for sure, Croatia today, where it's very active in defense. Yesterday they were like walking zombies. Today they have a lot more life in their legs.
And we need to talk about this, Coach, because one thing I wanted to ask you as we watched this beautiful entry pass to Gaber. No, that was Vijay, Lukas Vijay.
The second penetration, yeah.
Yeah, that was from, he came in as the, no, let me see, is that, Luka is actually the left wing, so he was the second pivot.
Yep.
On that play. 3-3 right now. 6 minutes, almost 7 minutes into this contest. It is all for some hardware here, Coach. The bronze medal. For the record, the bronze and all medal ceremonies will take place tomorrow following the gold medal match. Looks like we have another yellow card. Duvniak there pushed. Puceli, who originally, if I'm not mistaken, was he not the original replacement for Gajic?
Yep.
When Gajic could not play, as you may recall, Gajic missed the semi and the quarterfinal match. But he's apt to play today. Let's see what we can get from him. He was a muscular problem. That's all we have. Dolenek, nice play, bad pass though. He was fouled, he was pushed. I'm going to ask you a couple of questions for the sake of understanding the game a little bit more. This is a long tournament. You come in here, obviously bronze medal match. Your legs are tired. I understand that you play on adrenaline a lot. Is it fair to assume that the wing players maybe are fresher than the backs because how much beating they take? Is that a fair assessment or is not?
In my opinion, it's not a fair assessment because the wings, they are running the whole tournament also. And do not forget, they're the first one on a fast break, so they're using a lot more energy. A fair assessment it is when you have an excellent physical preparation from the coaching staff, and they're planning for a long drive in the tournament, like the 8th game that we have right now for these two teams. So you have to plan the physical preparation to last that long.
Interesting points. I think one thing that a lot of our fans have emailed us, I mean, we got thousands of emails. I haven't even gotten around to reply to all of them, but they all astutely noticed that he stepped on the line. They all astutely pointed out how there's a lot more wing play in the semifinals. And everybody kind of wanted to know, well, why is that? And I said, is it just simply tactic? Or is that, I said, well, it just so happened that the teams that come in also play with the entire team. They develop the game better. But then some of them were speculating, where is it because the backs, they get tired, they get hit. And that's why I asked you. I just kind of wanted to hear it from someone who's been there.
Yeah, let's note that Primo Prost had a really good save in shooting from
earlier
from Duvniak.
The earlier play, yes. And that's another turnover now. Here comes Croatia. Nice play, Duvniak. Here's Kupic all the way. And excellent advantage play. And Kupic now pushes the Croats up by 1. Fast-paced game, close to a charge, no call. It goes the other way. And we have another fast break, counter-attack from Croatia. And you know what? That is exactly what Croatia does very well. And that's Mandalinic. That was Ivan
Ninčević.
Ninčević.
Now, let me come back to that statement what you said that you saw a lot more wings plays. At this level, you have both teams very well prepared before the game. So as a coach, as a team, you have to find new ways where you can develop your strategy and your tactics, because everybody knows that you can do some stuff, and when you get to this level, you have to show them that you prepared something extra for this level of a competition.
Yeah, Ninčević, the lineup roster I was looking at did not have Ninčević on, so I do apologize for that. But timeout, obviously, for Slovenia. Croatia on a 3-0 run is now up by 2.
Yesterday we had an issue with the timeouts. We clarified what's going on with the timeouts. We found out that at this competition, the coaches, they start to work a lot more with the very fine print rule where it says that if IHF, Continental or National Federation apply deviating regulations according to the note under Rule 210, means that you have 3 timeouts per game, and you're allowed to take 2 timeouts per half as long as they're not consecutive. That means that the opponents, they have to have one play in between your timeouts, and then it allows you just 1 timeout for the second half. So yesterday we had an issue with this. We clarified it. We went back to the rule book, and we found out what it's the answer to that question.
Yeah, that was, we were a little bit baffled, but hey, we just simply weren't aware of it, but we found out. So anyway, expect pretty much for the remaining 2 games that each team will most likely, what this ends up with is they do have 3 green cards, which are numbered 1, 2, and 3. So they can use them accordingly. We have a yellow card now. Was that to the Croatian bench?
Yes.
Okay.
And here it's another.
Or was it Slovenian bench?
No, the Croatian bench. And here we have another rule. We've told you along the tournament that there is a progressive system of punishment, but there is another fine print in the rule book that says that it's at the latitude of the referee to decide if it's a strong foul that deserves directly 2-minute suspension or just a simple yellow card.
Okay, well, you know, as the public gets more educated, Coach, in sports of team handball, I think it'll also be a lot easier for us to call the games. And as you see, Boris Stenic, the Slovenian coach, pace nervously along the sideline. That's just the, you know, it's a new sport. We got to just go through the growing pains. That's a 9-meter throw, and understanding why that's a 9-meter throw, and understanding why that's a whistle, why that's a yellow card, you know, for those, you know, for example, why is that a yellow card and it's not a 2 minutes? Those are things that may come naturally to those of us who know the sport, but we have quite a lot of fans here, you know, 18 million viewing us, wondering why was that? So we tried to kind of appeal to everyone. As we see Croatia here, I think that was travels. We got the ball coming right back at the spot of the infraction. Gaber with an excellent catch, and what a nice throw. Watch that pass, Coach. You got to like that from your...
Oh, I love it. I love it. It's one of those things. You raise your head, you look forward, you see your teammate open, and you just release the ball, and that's an easy goal.
But was that on the man guarding him, or was that on the other defender?
Yeah, it's the fact that Croatia didn't pay attention to the fact that Slovenia, they already started the game.
And let me make another point. Obviously, you played professionally. I've played not professionally, but One thing that I did notice here sometimes is that players, when they get back on defense, they turn their back to the play, which in handball it's typically a no-no, correct?
Kavtišnik scored first goal yesterday, 0, today 1.
There you go.
Yes, it is. It used to be that you have time to come back easy in defense and reset your defense. Right now, with this fast start, they're surprising each other really often, and you have to play the defense 100% all the time.
So hence backing up on defense, looking at your player. So that's also one of the famous practice exercises where you retrieve back on defense, just running back. So be that as it may, Croatia right now up by 1, and Slovenia comes right back. Great individual effort from Mikasovic. And 7-meter right there. Vori tried to, that was Makovsek, my bad. And we do have a 7-meter coming up. Zvije there with a foul on Gori. It will be Kupic who will most likely face Skov. Or will it be Skov? Well, yes, it is Skov, yes. But Skov against Kupic. And Kupic is on fire. If you take into account his struggles from yesterday, and it is now 8-7 Croatia. Very close match. We expected this. We were hoping that both teams come in motivated, and we're getting a good game.
Yeah, as you can see, both teams, they settled down. Yes, there are a lot of one-on-one actions, and they have the result of scoring what it looks that it's easy. Trust me, it's not easy. But you see a more settled game. They're trying to give time to the defense to open to mistakes, and it starts to be a very pleasant way of playing handball.
Well, interestingly enough, I wanted to also bring up the fact that Slovenia is somewhat of a newcomer. Obviously, it was born out of the former Yugoslavian Federative Republic. They have 9, make that 6 appearance at the World Championship stage. First one was in 1995. Slovenia's highest and best result was ranking 10th in 2007. Now, on the other side, you have Croatia, who has been a veritable powerhouse.
Let's say what happened there, and you can continue your idea. The Vori stepped inside the zone.
What a save by Alilovic, and another chance for a counterattack from Croatia. Great job by Slovenia to get back on defense. Vori is a little upset, obviously, with his counterpart there. He wanted him to take the take on the middle of the defense, but he turned right into him. So you take a look at its save efficiency. I was talking about the Croatian record, of course. Twice gold medalist at the Olympics. They've won the World Championship in Portugal in 2003. They finished second in 95, in 05 and 09. I mean, these guys are always on the podium. They have always had talented players. So, yes, if you're just looking just on paper, Croatia definitely the favorite in this one. But Slovenian handball has definitely come up tremendously in recent years, and it's so much fun to watch so many of these former Yugoslav teams play such exciting handball. Montenegro, you've got Serbia. That's a charge. Alilovic now will restart it, and here comes Croatia with a chance to push the lead at 2. There's Kupic, and a nice shot. That was deflected by, that's Prosting goal.
A very powerful shot from Coplier that plays at Paris Saint-Germain, and Prost that plays at Montpellier. So it's all French league right now.
All French League, and France, of course, eliminated by Croatia in the make that in the quarters. Nice ball movement, nice left back cross. That's just a bad pass. Sometimes trying to speed up that game as you get closer to the 6 meter and 7 meter line will result in turnovers if you're not in sync. You see Slovenia now technically does very well to only be down 1, considering they turned the ball over
8 times.
Yeah, 8 times. That's 5 more than Croatia. Slow, deliberate setup for Goluza's men. Bikanic, as you saw him there at the left back. You got, of course, Ninkevic as well. That was a good foul. It was a nice play. And now we do have a Croatian timeout. Ninkevic slow to get back up after being pinched and prodded. But that's typically what happens when you try to go inside, especially one-on-one. As they say, you walk into the lion's den. The Jordi Palace has really seen a lot of handball during this tournament. The quarterfinals were there, the semifinals were there. We kind of thought that the Magic Box in Madrid, the Caja Mágica, would host at least a semifinal, or if not a bronze medal or final. But I think probably, from what we understand, especially from the coach of Croatia, following their loss to Denmark, is the travel time, I think, really wreaked havoc among some of the teams. So Spain is a big country. You see both teams here kind of gone dry. Over 4 minutes since their last goal. Still 8-7 Croatia. We're closing into the 19th minute. 30-minute halves here. Obviously, each team, now we know they have 3 timeouts. Looks like an illegal pick there from Vori. And it's a turnover. Igor Vori has been rather absent. You know, he was such a playmaker. He had a great Olympics. What makes some of these players just go through lulls like this in competition? Is it the marking? Is it simply their form? And then if their form, why not use somebody else? As you see, Vijay now bring Croatia back to 8-8. And ladies and gentlemen, we do have a good game here. And nice ball movement. And yes, Ivan Ninkevic brings Croatia up by 1. When you get time, if you could answer that regarding marquee players and their form. And
don't forget that Igor Vori is playing right now at HSV Hamburg in Germany. They are in the Champions League. They are one of the main competitor for the Bundesliga title. So my opinion is that he is really tired right now, and the fact that he had to look for his next contract, which is gonna start after the finish of this season in Paris Saint-Germain in France, it put a lot of pressure on his mental strength. The fact that they gave everything in the game against Spain and against France. He's not young anymore. And his age is start to taking the toll on his performance.
Well, that's an interesting way to look at it. Of course, Vori, as it happens, has not played in a lot of these games. You know, he is 32. He also leads, well, no, he's second in scoring for the Croatian national team. Blaženko Lakovic, who is not in the lineup, he is hurt today. What is it, broken hand? Is that what you said?
Yeah, he's really bad injured.
So he's now the leading scorer for them. And but let's get back here to the play-by-play. Nice no-look pass to the wing, and Ninkevic with a nice lob. It rains in Spain, sir.
With goals from Croatia.
All right, here comes Slovenia. Kavticnic now at the right back. You've of course got Margush at the right back. Center back, we've got Skube coming in, a nice save from Alilovic.
Look at the referee, what the referee is giving. Let's explain what happened. In my opinion, the ball passed the goal line completely. That means that it's a legal goal. That's what he's saying. If we have the replay on this one, that would be great, so we can clarify all this, what's going on. Look, one-on-one action. He's free at 6 meters. Alilovic is blocking the ball, but the ball bounces on the other side of the goal line. That's a goal. That was a good call from the referees.
All right. Aggressive 6-0 defense from Slovenia. Skube, as you see, brings Slovenia within one, less than 8 minutes to go. It's a 3-1 right now from Slovenia. And here comes Slovenia, turnover for Croatia. Nice quick pass. Vori.
That's the right way to do it. You attack, you come on the second wave, you try to catch the Croatian defense on the wrong foot. And if it doesn't work, you set up the game and you work your tactics.
Right, Slovenia now looking for some crosses. Nice job,
Kavticnic.
Kavticnic with a goal, and now a save. No, that was another. That was another goal. Croatia now up by 1, 11-10. 23 minutes and counting. 30-minute half. Kupic now is 4 for 5. Here comes a wing shot and a nice. Zvije now played pivot right on that right side. He came in as he moved the pick right in front of the wing. That's between the 1 and the 2, as they call it in handball. You kind of count left to right. You got 1, 2, and 3, right?
Yes.
And then you count from right to left. It's 1, 2, and 3. It's for tactical purposes, and you have a tie game here, 23-40 and counting first half. 6-meter efficiency. You see Slovenia playing the inside game. Obviously, Croatia has been all fast break and 9-meter shots, and now we do have a fast break goal. Zvije with the assist, and Slovenia with Marguc. Marguc, that is his second of the game, or was it his third? Easy goals, that's his second. Easy goals for Slovenia, and easy goals are always preferred as a coach, because that really gives you time to relax on defense, and that's a foul. Push from the back.
Yeah, Croatia right now, they're going back to the old habits. That means everybody wants to be one-on-one. It's no team tactics, and I hope they will snap out of it, because Slovenia, it looks like, they're taking one goal at a time, and they are chipping away at Croatia dominance.
Right. It's a well-timed goal from Duvniak. He eventually, I think he just wanted to score, so he made it a point that he will score. Exploited that right side of the Slovenian defense, as you see Marguc and Kavticnic exchange passes. Once again, Kavticnic
plays at Montpellier in France.
Skube now is playing at center back. Has been seen a lot of time. Typically, you would have Uroš Zorman, who we have not seen in this game so far. Also, and Marko Bezjak, we have not seen much of him. What a nice pass. And they did call that a 6-meter infringement on the defender.
Zvije was inside the 6-meter zone. That's unfair advantage. Primo Prost make an excellent save, and
Kupic against Prost. Musa with a save, and that's 2 consecutive saves for Prost. That was outstanding save from Prost, as we discussed at the beginning of this match. Between Prost and Skov, you've got quite a few saves coming your way every game. Look at this one, 7 of 18.
Now, if Slovenia scores right now, it's going to be very important in the economy of the game. When you go to the break with an advantage, it gives you a lot more power for the second half.
Right, so
nice
entry
try.
pass to Zvijay, but he mishandles it as his. Well, we apparently had a timeout, or what do we have?
No, that's the official table. They asked for a timeout. Yes, that's the official table that asked for a timeout, and they requested the referees to give a yellow card to Boris Denic, the coach from Slovenia, because he was very obnoxious. And
do you think it's obnoxious? Do you think he entered the? You cannot get close to the officials' table.
No, you can get close to the official table, but I think he stepped in the court.
Hang on a second. Why is that a 7 meter now? All right, doesn't matter. Kupic now takes the 7. Rematch against Prost, and this time he makes it. It's a little bit of a haircut there, and just like that, Croatia 13, Slovenia 12. 5 of 7 for Kupic. He's coming alive. Really, really tough semi-final match for him. He did not have any goals. Croatia 3-4-4. No 7 meters yet for Slovenia. Yeah. Oh, what's Kupic run it? Great interception. What a nice shot. And that's the Kupic that we've come to grow and to like. And here comes Slovenia down by 2 now. Less than 3 minutes to go. Nice ball movement. Tell you what, if they do lack a little clarity on offense, but right now Croatia is doing what they've done well the entire tournament and pretty much play tough defense and feed off that. That was what I expected them against Denmark, and this is what they're doing again. Skube now finally with the score. And it's 27.
Look how important Zvijay is on the pivot position. He basically blocked 2 players and created opportunity for Skube to score this goal. That's what it's interesting to see for the viewers. That's mini wars that you have on the 6 meter area, and what is the impact in the overall game economy.
All right, Croatia right now, it's a 3-2-1 defense from... it's interesting because sometimes the 3-2-1 is hard to detect because they don't necessarily, right, it's very compacted. It almost looks like a, if you will, it's a 4-2 with a butterfly, right?
Yes, this time Slovenia is playing compact. That means that they're inside the 9 meter.
Okay. So the 3-2-1 can extend all the way to mid-court if you want, or you could just play it within 2 meters apart.
Exactly.
Is there a difference in that? I mean, to me, as an untrained eye, I would say I want to push you as far away from the goal. Of course, that would create more spaces.
Yeah, basically, if you're pushing far away from the goal, the 9 meter line from the opposing team, it's for the purpose of cutting down their effectiveness on shooting from 9 meter. If you keep it compact, that means that the opposing team, they're capable to exploit all that big space.
Oh, what another huge save from Prost as Slovenia can go for a tie as we near the end of the first half. Prost again, 8 of 21, my MVP of the game. Now Kupic was one-on-one up there on the left back. Now they're sending Mandalinic to take out the back. That is they're staying on Luka Zvijay, I guess. And here's a nice cross-court pass, and it's a stepped on the line. Nice bounce pass attempt. Some very, very animated last seconds of first half, and Alilovic loves to give that left angle all the time, and sometimes that ball goes in, but more often than not, he stops it or it hits the post.
every goalkeeper, they develop their own strategy, how to set up their body in the angle, and Alilovic likes to give the bait there, and 80% of the time he's winning.
Here comes Croatia with an attempt to a last shot. I think they will get a last shot. That will be...
You have to have 3 meters away from the spot of the execution from the ball, and that's why the referees, they're calling back the 9-meter.
I cannot jump. All right, and this does it here in Barcelona at the St. Jordi Palace. Vori shoots the ball, it's blocked, and does make for an interesting second half. It has been a very animated first half. We've seen a lot of offense. We've also seen a lot of defense with some great goalkeeping. Croatia now up by 1. Goluza and Boris Denic will have 10 minutes to go over the plans, rest those weary bodies, and come back with a strong second half.
That's definitely a lot more animated. Let's see how the second half develops.
All right, guys, we'll be right back.
The Serie A is on beIN Sport. Atalanta needs to recover.
You got to tell us, guys. Tweet us.
Both of them are in the same situation. They must too look up and get a victory. Atalanta, Milan, tomorrow. Only on beIN Sport.
And welcome back at the St. Jordi Palace in Barcelona. 23rd edition of the Team Handball World Championships live on beIN Sport, the only network in North America that broadcasts live in HD. How fun is to watch handball in HD? You got to tell us, guys. Tweet us. It's at beIN Sport USA. That's our Twitter handle. Or visit us online. Friend us on Facebook, for that matter. Go on Facebook, beIN Sport USA. Let us know what you think. You can even complain about what you see if you don't like what you hear. Alongside Christian Zaharia, former bronze medalist at the 1990 World Championships, and of course you were an Olympian in the Romanian 92 Barcelona team. Well, you played in a game like this one. What was the score at halftime back in your day?
That was pretty close. We won the second half by 7 goals, if I'm not mistaken, against Yugoslavia. But we had an excellent second half. I remember Buligan playing
in goal.
In the goal, he was declared the best goalie of the World Championship at that time. We had that desire to go home with some hardware, and that's what is going to be in this game too, I think. So Croatia look a little bit tired and baffled by Slovenian fight to the end. I think we're going to have a fiery second half.
Well, interestingly enough, you were also selected or named as the 1992 best left back, best in the world, wasn't it?
Yes,
so.
But I had my ACL broke. I played Olympics without it, so I had to gracefully refuse my presence to the world team.
Really? Well, interestingly enough, what can we expect then in the second half? Having been there, Slovenia, it's very close, so you can't say that I think both teams feel maybe they've done quite well in the first half. We've already broken down the statistics. It's evident that Slovenia is in this game because of Skov and Prost, but their performances in goal were canceled out by the sloppy offensive turnovers. So would you say that if you're Coach Dennis, you just tell him, look, cut the turnovers, we win this game?
Yes, what I will tell them as a coach, I will tell them to cut down on the turnovers. It's going to be impossible to eliminate. That's the perfection. But cut down in turnovers, be very patient in offensive game, give time to the Croatian defense to show the fact that they have tired legs, and work with the 6-meter line. Zvije, it's working really good right now.
Right. Something I asked you at the beginning of the game is watch both teams now taking their pre-second half warm-ups. How do you get to this point? How does it really feel? Of course, for those of us who are just weekend warriors, we play a game, we play 3 games or whatever, you know, we get tired, the muscles hurt. How does a professional athlete feel in the bronze medal match after having played 7 grueling matches at the world stage? How does your body feel?
Keep in mind that these are high-level athletes, and they are having a preseason physical preparation to the highest level. Most likely, one training camp is going to be on a high altitude. The other one is going to be at the sea level. There are different ways of preparing your body for this, and I'm not getting in details. But these guys, they're at the highest level at their club teams also, so they are used with a lot of games. At this point, it's who wants more that hardware.
So you're saying it's mind over body here?
Yes.
But do you guys feel tired? Did you feel tired? Was it painful?
You do not have time to feel tired.
Okay, interesting. As
Lakovic and Vukovic.
There you go. That's the injured Croatian players.
9-meter line, very important players.
Right, Primoz Prost, you looked at the hero, in my opinion, of the first half. And Miha Zvije, 2 for 2, and has got 1 assist. A tall young man, 25 years old.
6'4".
6'4".
Plays for Phoenix Toulouse in France.
A lot of French experience. Alilovic.
Let me give you an information. In the semifinals, there were 11 players that they play in the French league from the 14.
Oh, interesting. Needless to say, the French league and most likely the Bundesliga are probably one of the most decorated, if you will, or if not competitive in the world right now, along also with Liga Asobal.
Yes, those three.
Hungary has some...
Hungary, they have 3-4 top teams, and the rest, they're not that competitive, but they're really good. Again, Prost, it's showing his talent. And that's a penalty for Slovenia.
Yeah, Prost is keeping Slovenia in the game, and now we've got a 2-minute suspension coming up. There was a fast break. Ninčević is not complaining. I think he.
What it's interesting to see, it's the fair play in these games.
Yeah.
You saw. He banged the guy, he put him down, it's a penalty, but he goes and shakes his hand and apologizes for what happened.
Dolenek now. Dolenek versus Alilovic. And Dolenek gets the best of him. And this is the first goal of this half. 14-14. Croatia will be down a player. And let's see what Croatia can do on offense and whether Slovenia will push defensively for a turnover. I know that's not a 3-2-1, coach. That is an advanced 6-0.
Yes, you're right. It's a 6-0, very aggressive. They're pushing the 9-meter line out at 10, 12 meters. Yeah.
So, all right, so we're going to try to do something different now. I'm going to ask you to be the coach and almost give me your constructive criticism on everything that you see defensively, and I'll try not to cut you off as much as I typically do.
Nice aerial dribbling. The Slovenian defense collapsed on the Igor Vori. There were 3 players for Igor Vori. Croatia, with their handball knowledge, they exploited that with the aerial dribbling that brought the Duvniak at the 6-meter, and that's a goal.
And of course, there was a big. Who scored that? Wanted to say, all right, I mean, it comes the wing shot and missed from the wing. It was a good shot, almost a mini roculette, if you will. Probably not enough spin on that one. Maybe too much spin.
That was a reverse roculette.
Reverse roculette, and Alilovic, he will take credit for it. Why not? 15-14, Croatia still down a player for Croatia. Slovenia keeping it close. Still 6-0 advanced defense. Here comes Kupic. Nice cross. Excellent play to Gori.
Did you saw Igor Vori set up a screen and then he was completely free at 6 meter. Primo Prost, it's unbelievable, and his explosion towards Igor Vori.
Vori with a miss. Vori has really struggled this tournament, coach.
I think he's really tired. He's playing 60 minutes every game in Bundesliga, and that takes the toll on you.
Nice defense again. That's a 3-2-1 now, right? Looking for.
That's a very good, active, mobile Slovenian defense, and you see the results. It's not that easy for Croatia to get to the goal. We do have a timeout to wipe the floor.
Yeah. You saw a close-up. There's Dolinek, and you had Vori earlier. Now both teams are back at full strength. 3 minutes and change and counting in the second half. Bronze medal game tomorrow live on beIN Sport. We have the gold medal match. Denmark and Spain should be won for the ages. That was an illegal restart.
Bikanic for Croatia got the first plan. He had the free hand, and with his arm strength, he can score from 10 meters easily. He's playing for Chambéry in France.
He's a player along with Duvniak who I really liked, and they've really come alive in this tournament.
75% is not the perfect thing, but for a left back, it's really good.
Interesting attempt to a pass. Was that forced?
Yeah, it was really forced. They tried to pass behind the defender, and that has a really slow chances of success. And Duvniak, again, second wave, you have to be prepared. You cannot have this kind of breakdown in defense, because those are easy goals, and they will put pressure on your morale if you keep taking these kind of easy goals.
Well, interestingly enough, what you're seeing right now in this 3-0 run from Croatia is how hungry and determined the Croatian players are, and they're attacking the spaces.
Yes, that's the big difference between yesterday's game and today's game.
That's a great pass. Let's see if he's going for a shot. No shot there. That's a jump shot. That's a Dolinek. And now Alilovic is showing his medal. Quite a talented goalie in his own right.
Yeah, so far Alilovic and the Prost, they are the MVPs of this game. They really show their world class, and that's the big difference right now. Now, what you see Croatia, it's a lot more, it's savvy in how they approach this game. They are pushing when they can, and then they slow down when it's needed, and that's the direct result with the 3-goal difference right now.
17-14, as Coach Zaharia mentioned here. 3-0 run still in place for Croatia. Are you surprised that Croatia has not gone to the inside game? Of course, you would say that, hey, yeah, they're playing just fine from the outside, but it's an interesting fact, and we've seen Spain do well without outside scoring, yet they score inside. So again, it goes back to taking, or actually taking what is given to you.
Yes. What it's obvious for the Slovenian defense, they're paying a lot more attention to the 6 meters game, especially for Igor Vori, because they know if he gets hot, it's going to be pretty much impossible to stop him.
And Prost now with the save, chance for a second wave counter attack for Slovenia. but Croatia does very well to get back on defense. Uroš Zorman finally in the game. We haven't seen much of him or heard from him. 6 minutes without a goal for Slovenia. And a little bit overly aggressive. Here comes Vori coming out. We got 2 minutes coming up. Who will this one be on? It's going to be on Vori. Let's see. That's a tackle.
That's a Bikanic. Bikanic with a football tackle.
Football tackle. Hard to say whether he slipped. Regardless, Croatia now again with a man down. So far, Slovenia had benefited with 4-2-man advantages, but unfortunately, none for Croatia. So here comes Alilovic with an outstanding outlet pass, and Ninčević makes it count. Would like for those of you at home new to handball to watch how long his jump is, and he actually waits for Prost to commit, and then he just pretty much changes the angle. It's one of the benefits, and Coach Boris Denis wants to talk it over. What do you tell him right now, Coach?
Right now, you have to sit down and, again, exactly what we said at the half. You have to cut down on the turnovers, because Croatia right now, they're playing really smart. They're using a lot the fast break weapon. They have the capacity, the wings. They're butterflying really easy on the other side of the zone. So what I will do as a coach, I will tell them to cut down and be a lot more open on the setting of the game, because right now they're playing way too close from each other. Dolenek and
no, you're talking
Zorman.
about Slovenia.
Yeah,
Zorman,
yeah. They're playing way too close, and that's making Croatian defense life really easy.
Well, also let's keep in mind that Slovenia had some well-balanced scoring in the first half. And
yes.
We need to see more of that. But the bottom line is they cannot turn the ball over, and this is exactly what they do again. They're forcing the ball.
Is not even the forcing the ball. They're static, and they try to make a pass to the 6-meter zone when everybody's waiting for that. Look,
yeah,
that's
behind two defenders.
Exactly. You're not dangerous. You're not dangerous. The defense is not going to pay attention to you. That's what it is right now.
Well, let's see here. Maybe that's another turnover again. Well, got to tell you, you also have to give credit to Croatia. And obviously now give credit to Prost. It's 19-14. Here comes a wing shot, and it's Alilovic's turn, and
let's see. Did he put his head? Because I have a feeling he put his head.
Yeah, this was he. Well, let's watch the Prost save first, and then let's take a look at Alilovic. We'll tell you why we feel that save from Alilovic could be controversial.
Yes. In the spirit of the rule, that could be very controversial. But what really happened is Alilovic had his head. Yes, had his extremities gone. So the only tool that it was in his arsenal was his head, and he used it.
And we say that because they're trying to call for steps here, helter-skelter. It's a little bit of a it's 3-2-1, very aggressive defense from Slovenia. They need a turnover on their own now, and looked like a passive sign and a shot deflected. It's a corner. The passive play still continues to be upheld until a clear attempt to... All right, let's. They need to have 3 meters away from the ball. Here's an alley-oop attempt, and it's finally, I guess they called it that he's inside the line. Croatia does very well to keep this ball. Almost 10 minutes gone into the first half, and it's just Duvniak's game.
Caught Slovenia flat-footed.
Let's again explain why the referee keeps calling back the ball from the restart. You have a quick restart in handball.
All the players from the offensive team have to be in their half.
Okay,
That's the reason that they're calling. They might have the wings that it's in the other half.
correct.
So they have to call it back at the middle line.
Look at this, Coach. Croatia now on a 6-0 run. And Slovenia still searching for a goal. You cannot go through these type of dry spells at this level for that long. I mean, the fact that,
especially against Croatia.
I mean, at this level against obviously anybody, but 2014.
10 minutes since the last goal for Slovenia.
Now we have now two players kind of bump into each other. Hopefully nothing.
Kaptišnik.
Let's see, who does he run into? Well, he actually
Bikanic.
hit Bikanic
In the face.
Yeah, he blocked it with his face. Let's quickly explain what happened. We had a controversial similar play with hitting the goalie in the Russia versus Brazil, where Ribeiro from the left wing hit the left shin twice in two consecutive plays. Well, not two consecutive, two plays like 3 minutes apart. And the first time he was not warned, nothing happened. The second time on a 7-meter, shot the ball straight into the goalie's face, and he was ejected. We got some clarification. Of course, some of the rule changes pretty much say that the goalie can, such as Alilovic did earlier, use their hand purposely. But
yes.
Anyway, that's why we wanted. Bez Alilovic feeds Kupic again, and it's a 7-meter. And let's see. It looks probably a lot worse than it was. I don't think it was intentional. I think it is warranted. A 2-minute
let's see the replay.
I think he just kind of poked by mistake.
Oh, I think it was just a mistake. He went for the ball and he got him in the shoulder and the face. It is. Oh, it's a red card. The referees, they judged that it was a very dangerous action.
Bezjak, I think it's a good call, Coach. It's a fast break.
Yes,
no need for that.
I agree with you. It's just it's a very fine line with this red card.
I think what comes into play here as well is the intent. We're used to seeing red cards with like bad intent, but this is just as dangerous. You know, it's almost like if I push you with one finger while you're in the air, or if I just slam you hard while on your feet, it's probably the same thing. So Slovenia now will be down for 2 minutes. This particular red card will count as a 2-minute penalty. Of course, Bezjak is out of the game, and no fake there. And Horvat, the right wing, who was probably one of the few bright lights for yesterday's game. Yeah, he had that beautiful lob 7-meter goal against Landin. That Croatia pushes its lead to 21-14 against Slovenia. Now, for the first time in a game with a 2-minute suspension. And we have a 6-0 defense from... They've pretty much stayed true to the 6-0, haven't they? Croatia has?
Yes, they did. And when it was necessary, they stepped it up in a very fast, morphing 3-2-1. But right now, you see how sterile is the Slovenian offense. Because, look, Croatia has always two. Yes, I know that Slovenia is one man down.
Yep.
But they're moving so well, Croatia, right now, that they don't offer any solution for Slovenia right now.
Right, so... Oh, what a play.
That's a nice pass with the wrong hand. Kaptišnik.
Kaptišnik with Miha Zvijay. And nice.
But you see how precise was, because it was exactly when Zvijay cut behind the Croatian defense.
That was Luka, not Miha. Also, interestingly enough, how successful that pass was finally when they did not try to bounce it.
It was when they were dangerous.
Agreed. Not telegraphing it.
Like this one.
And here goes Duvniak.
No mercy there.
No mercy, and hardly a sprint, if you ask me.
That was a diesel sprint.
Duvniak, look at that. I think if the Slovenian defender would have kept up, he would have caught up with the ball.
Make some
Makes
laps
run
around
him. Yeah. 22-15. Croatia comfortably taking the lead, and a huge step there towards the bronze medal. Vikov Kavtišnik, and nice shot.
That's what they need. Simple cross to one side, pass on the other left back, Makovšek, that it's coming full speed. He's tall, he's 6'8" tall. Who's gonna block that guy?
Well, and you know, you got to go to that and stop forcing that ball inside.
And being dangerous. We're coming back to the same, we're like a broken record. Being dangerous before you try to make the pass.
Kopliar on offense on the right back position. We had a center back pivot cross. We got a 9-meter coming up. Horvat is, if I'm not mistaken, at the right wing. Bikanic at the center back. And you've got Duvniak on the left side.
Kopliar, powerful guy.
And that's where the individual moves sometimes work. When they feed off of team.
6'11", 238 pounds, plays for Paris Saint-Germain in France.
Nice move for a big guy.
Oh, finally, for the first time, he was the main factor, the win against France with 10 goals. And he was non-existent yesterday in the game against Denmark.
Many players were non-existent. And a nice save from Alilovic. Good job on the left wing there defensively to cut that angle to make that rather tight. And looks like Croatia is pacing itself up on offense right now as we watch Alilovic get a drink of water. They're subbing a little bit more on offense right now as the game advances.
Right now, Croatia is digging deep in their reserves because they look tired, but they know that it's another 15 minutes left in this half, and
in the tournament for both teams. All right, let's see. Will they go back to Kopliar again? No, nasty foul. Shot by Kopliar, and it's in.
Set shot from the wrong foot.
24-16 Croatia, 8-goal lead. Slovenia needs either a timeout or how about some goals. Nice play by Beja. And it is.
They need the goals, but they need defense also. You cannot block Kopliar at 6'11" when you have your heels at 6 meters.
That was very good, but I'll tell you what, it's also very tough for them because they have powerful backs, even with those two guys injured in the stands, Vukovic and Luke, who was it, the other one you told me, for Croatia. So that's, again, a testament to how talented... Lakovic. How talented and deep the Croatians are at that position. Of course.
Yes, they have a very deep bench with a lot of talent. It's just... At this level, one bad game, it takes you out from the gold medal and it puts you in the bronze medal, but it's still a medal.
And we do have a, what is that? Was that slow? No, that was a Croatian
timeout, yeah.
We should note, for those of you, again, new to handball, we haven't disregarded you. It's just that as the tournament advanced, we just sort of started catering more to the connoisseurs. But in order to take a timeout, you must have the ball.
You have to have the possession of the ball, yes. And let's go back to basics. 3 steps with the ball in your hand, 3 seconds in your hand. If you dribble, you can dribble as many times as you want. Once you catch the ball, you either shoot or you pass it. Otherwise, it's called a double dribble if you start dribbling again.
All right. And I do love these slow motions. They tell so much.
Tells the story of this game.
I've always wanted to, you know, at past World Championships, and don't forget, hopefully still on beIN, we'll find out, we do have the Women's World Championships coming up in December. And there as we restart again. Here's Kopliar again by himself, shot, and it's in. And we probably have, let's see if it's a 2-minute, no, they didn't call anything, is it? 2, 4, 6.
No, that was Kopliar 3 goal in a row, third goal in a row.
And it's 25-17, Croatia taking control of this game. of this match. The bronze medal is within reach, and this will mean that Croatia continues to defend its resume, if you will, continuing to place on the podium. Very disappointed for them again to not play in the gold medal match, but you got to give it to Denmark. They were that much better, and I think for all Croatian fans is very disappointing in light of them finally putting an end to, some say, that French dynasty.
Yes, they pretty much obliterated the French national team with so many stars in their rank. Two of them, they will quit after this World Championship. Didier Dinard.
Retire, coach.
Okay,
They don't quit.
retire. Okay.
Oh, what a shot at a 9-meter right now. Duvniak, he's got an arm.
He's got
Yes,
an
he
arm,
did
and
not-
he's unconventional in his body posture in the air.
Watch this. Pushed, and it still grazed that. Dolanek now with a 2-minute penalty suspension. And we do have a man-up opportunity. Let's see if they convert. Oh, sloppy pass, and here comes Slovenia. It would be ironic if they get back into this game while a man down.
Yep.
They need to press. A quick question for you now, as you see the Slovenians. At which point do you start stepping on that gas pedal? Because that's what I'm saying. Do you still keep going to positional sets and?
Yeah, basically you have to go to positional because that's how you take your time and study what's going on in front of you.
Opa! Kiftišnik.
Kaftišnik. What you do, you are accelerating like they did in that phase, in that position.
Kaftišnik. I will tell you one thing. By the end of this tournament, we have got to get his name right. If there's one name that we've struggled with as Eastern Europeans, is this guy's name, Kaftišnik. We will get it right, but we got Kupic right.
Yes, and we got him scoring a lot of goals.
Nothing there Prost could do. Wonder if we're going to see a little bit of scoff now. And here comes Slovenia, still down a man. 30 seconds left in that. 5-1 defense from Croatia.
Gojun with the stop.
Yep. We need to get some of the wings involved, and there goes Slovenia for Marguc, who's been quiet since early in the first half. This is his third. It was a nice way to open that angle, and you see what that does when you jump towards the center of the 6-meter line. It does force the goalie to come out, and it gives you a little bit more of an angle, I guess. It doesn't make this shot any easier, just gives you a little bit more options. Taking a look at the extra man down goal scoring, I like that shot a lot. Heck, if I'm Coplier, I'm throwing the ball from wherever I'm at right now because it just goes in. Let's see here. Here comes Duvniak. Coplier again. What a move. Swim move and steps on foot. Oh, what did he call?
Yeah, that was a foul and then
foul
steps.
before that. Okay. 9-meter shot coming up. Defense.
Nice overload, straight pass from the center to the wing. Ninčević with an excellent execution. He beat Primo Prost.
Opa! I do love that.
That's a completely meltdown of the Croatian defense. Look at this pass. Nobody's paying attention to the circle, and that's a nice roculette.
That's as good of a look you will have as at the famous roculette. Let's take a look at the shot efficiency, if we can, in this game. Obviously, in favor of, well, interestingly enough, it's not in favor of. It's quite even.
It's quite even.
The problem is that Slovenia turns the ball over, so they don't have a lot of shots.
Yep.
Here comes Slovenia.
Kaftišnik got pushed in the air by Coplier. It's going to be just a 9-meter. He was not in the active shooting position. Yeah.
It comes just a typical set pivot, and we are now entering the 22nd minute, 8 minutes left. Slovenia now looking for a set. Here comes Kavtišnik, and that, interesting, that is a goal.
That is a goal. It doesn't matter, it's in the in the hands of Alilovic, but he passed with the ball the goal line.
What are the odds that the same referee has got to make two somewhat controversial calls in the same game?
In the 2 billion range. Yeah, but it is. It's a goal.
It certainly looks like a goal from there, and a very good job by the referee. Very good job. Because
kudos to that the referee.
Outstanding. As you see there, www.beinsport.tv and our Twitter. Tell us what you think at BeinSport USA. BeinSport.tv is your home for all kinds of information. I mean, if you haven't figured out, Bein now is the home of, God, so much soccer. La Liga and Premier, French, and all I know is that it's handball right now. And you would do yourself a favor to check them out on a daily basis. Some great news stories, a lot of handball previews and reviews from yours truly. And you do have the programming, and you have an opportunity to also find a way to get it on your cable provider. Here comes Croatia. Nice ball movement. 3-1 again for Slovenia. Nice entry pass. And
I have to somehow be a little bit up in arms on that one. The pivot from Croatia cut inside the zone, which is not allowed. That's the reason that he was that free.
Well, you're the coach, and you will notice those things. So a goal nonetheless. 28-21 now. Croatia up by 7. Slovenia pretty much running out of time. We do have 2 minutes coming up, which may serve the Slovenians well for in what should be, Christian, probably their last chance to get back in the game.
Exactly. We are, what, 23rd minute, 7 minutes left. If they don't come close to 1 or 2 goal difference right now, the game is going to be done.
All right, bronze medal is at stake. Croatia down a man, 5-0 flat on defense, and what a save.
I mean, that's Alilovic showcase on how to do it.
And that was a nice
penetration
move, right?
It's been like, what, a shot from 4-meter distance, but Alilovic so casual, it's making look like it's easy to do these kind of things, but it's not.
Still Slovenia with a better percentage, of course, because they also have the more shots. Let's see if, let's see here.
Bikanic. Oh, that was nothing.
Oh.
That was nothing.
28-21.
Oscar
performance. Well, I will tell you this right now, that that is not what Dobelšek will tell you. His lip is there to proof.
Yeah, a lot of
ice. The proof is in the pudding. All right. Aggressive defense for Slovenia. Obviously, they need a turnover. They need the ball. It's 3-3 right now. Let's see what Croatia does. They got those tall backs, so they don't seem to be too worried. And, you know, they'll take that.
Maric with a shot.
Well, but this is one of the rare times, Coach, as we watch this great wing shot coming in from Dobelšek. But this was one of the rare times that we've seen in these games that a pivot actually takes a shot with finally a defender in front of him.
Yeah, because usually they're not their job to do that. It's their job is to set picks, to set screens, and free themselves to score from 6 meters.
But you do see how important it is to have a defender in front of you, even from a pivot position, right? He forced his shot high.
Yes, I agree with you on that one. But as you can see,
what a save.
Croatia, they start to play their younger player that they don't have international experience, and I've seen that they put Stefanic Luka, that was the shooter,
Right.
in the game together with Maric Marino, and that's a very smart move from Coach Goluzas. He's preparing the next generation.
Finally, a turnover for Slovenia, and just like that, Dolinet makes it a 5-goal lead only for Croatia. That's his second of the game for Dolinek. Rather quiet today. And it's 28-23 Croatia against Slovenia. We'd like for you guys at home, new to handball, just kind of zero into a player. Take, for example, the pivots. Nice move there. He had to come out, and honestly, it was. I did see the
2 minutes. Yes, I agree with the referee. That was a 2 minutes. But if I will be the coach, I will be in Bikanic's case. The pivot was completely open. He was greedy on this one.
Yeah, he could have passed the ball. Bikanic goes obviously for.
Just make a simple pass.
Well, he faked the pass a little bit almost, but you know, he may have a point there.
And the coach has a point because that was a travel.
All right, so it's 29-23. Bikanic 4 of 6 in this match, as Croatia is less than 4 minutes away from the bronze medal. Of course, for them, this would be the first ever bronze for them at the World Championships. Alilovic with another save. Here comes Croatia. Slovenia working hard to get back on defense. Kupic to Kopliar, who's now on
the wing.
Well, that's, again, we talked about throughout the course of this tournament how
multi-dimensional of the players.
Yes, finally a good word to use. We kept using omnipotent.
Hey, that's good too.
Yeah. But Slovenia right now, where do you go as a team that's ascending, for lack of a better word? That's a team that you have to like. I mean, heck, just about anything coming from the Balkans is tremendous in team handball.
What I will do as a federation, because right now it's not just the coach, it's the federation. Continue to develop your youth. Continue to have the grassroots recruiting program. Continue to participate to youth tournaments. And then you're going to have the generation after generation that is going to come up to compete for the 16 spots in the senior national team. That's the secret of a good and promising team. Travel for Kavtišnik.
You still don't have his number right.
I got it.
And we do have a 9-meter. That's a good call. You know, I'm looking over the Slovenian lineup, and you know, they have several young players. Kavtišnik is not one of them, but you know, Dolinek, who, you know, the baby face number 10, he's only 24. You know, you got Uroš Bundalo, hasn't played much, he's 23. You got
timeout
Mate
from Croatia.
Gaber is 21. Borut Makovsek, the left back, he's 20. Marguc, the wing, is 22. So all I'm pointing out to you, they have, the future is in their favor.
Keep the same nucleus of the players intact, and bring some young new puppies that they want to prove to the entire world that they can compete with the best of the best at the international level. That's the case for every country. Now, let's make it sure that you know, we bring up our opinion is that France, they suffered the Swedish syndrome. What is the Swedish syndrome?
What is the Swedish
They
syndrome?
kept way too long the same players playing at international level, and when their time was over, it was a complete fell down from the cliff. The proof is that Sweden didn't qualify for this World Championship.
Yes.
So let's hope that France, they will learn from what happened at this World Championship, and they will come up with the next generation that they can compete at this level.
You had a nice close-up. I think there was I want to say it was Igor Vori's neck with the scratches. Anyway, those were not love bites, that's for sure. Here comes Kopliar. Good defense from Slovenia. He travels, and then here comes a counter-attack. And just like that, double check. You think he cares about his lip?
It's a little bit too late, this action, but, you know, it makes for a good TV.
Well, so we should also note that team handball is a active sport in the U.S. It's only fair. And as we watch
nice fake.
Duvniak with a nice fake, and Kupic here seems to have gotten the worst of that collision on the right side.
He's holding his shoulder.
His shoulder, his knee. You can't even tell him. Oh, wow. Well, lucky not to.
He fell
yeah.
on.
Looks like a shoulder separation there.
I hope for his sake it's not a shoulder separation. That's that.
Yeah, it does look bad. It does look very bad. Very unfortunate for Kupic. Certainly the marquee player of this tournament. Look at his tournament average. Let's hope he recovers. 31-25, less than 2 minutes. Those of you interested in team handball in the U.S., check out usateamhandball.org. That's a good website to start. And of course, here you can keep up on all the news that are handball related at www.beinsport.tv. Croatia with a timeout as we watch trainer attend to Kupic. Have you ever had your shoulder dislocated, Coach?
No, thank God.
31-25.
That's really painful.
It looks very painful. Less than a minute and a half to go. Slovenia now just looking to get some more goals in to make it a little bit more respectable, but Margoc was not lucky on that one. It was a good shot. And this just about does it as we look ahead to tomorrow, a live match on BNTV. We do have the final, the Denmark versus Spain. That will be an amazing match, Coach. Both teams have been very dominating, especially in the later phase of the competition. A nice double check, and it goes in. No, there was double check. Outstanding goal, beautiful Roculette. We've had two of the best Roculette goals here of the tournament. Let's watch this in slow-mo if we can. Opa. I think Alilovic had time to go get it. 1-to-1 marking, typically a typical defense at the end of the game. And looking just for one last shot, and you know what, might as well.
Right now it's between Montpellier and Paris. It's not anymore between Croatia and Slovenia.
Really? Oh, I see. Well, last second of the game, Croatia, very well-deserved winner, 31-26. They outpace the Slovenians, who have been, without a doubt, Coach, the Cinderella team of this tournament.
Yes, I agree with you. It's the maturity and the experience versus the enthusiasm on this game. This game could go at the beginning on either direction, but the knowledge and the experience of Croatia, which is far better than Slovenia, made a difference. You had some outstanding goalkeeping, but the difference that was the point that changed everything, it was the defense. Croatian defense today was far better. Too bad that they had a bad game yesterday. Otherwise, they could be contender for the gold medal. But bronze medal is nothing to be ashamed of.
Yeah, remember, the medal ceremony will be tomorrow, along with the silver and the gold medalist. Not sure why Boris Dolanic is upset, but needless to say, this game, if you want to point to one specific thing, has been the turnovers. But to me, even in the loss, I'd like to give the MVP to Prost.
Yes.
He's been an outstanding goalie as we watch Kupic. Don't forget, we do have more live coverage coming up tomorrow. The final of the 23rd Team Handball World Championships is coming up. It's going to be Fiesta Hispana versus the Danish Dynamite in Barcelona. Join us tomorrow. We thank you for being with us. Congrats to Croatia. See you mañana.